demanding. They can hit me, but I still stand.
So, I've been following and supporting Envine for quite a long time, but I never had the chance to send in my demos. So one day I felt confident enough to drop my newest track in his DM on Instagram. I remember he was really enthusiastic about it, and I felt like he was the right person to truly understand the style of the track, but also the aesthetic. So basically he told me about his Melodic Hardstyle project and wanted me to be part of it. And of course I couldn't say no. Well, I think I'm finally able to express my melodic inner nature without all the pressure of having to worry too much about momentary trends or hypes of the moment, you know. Also, being part of like-minded people and producers who really understands and values the importance of melodies, I think it really plays a huge role in keeping this very sensible and meaningful subgenre alive. First of all, it has a quite complex melody, which shows my love for the music, but also my ambitions to be competitive and never predictable. Indeed, there are quite a few sound design choices, especially in the mid-intro, which shows my love for the true hardstyle sound. Actually, my goal is to blend modern melodic hardstyle with the mature sound that made the history of this glorious genre. You know, as the name suggests, melodic hardstyle should always start with the melody. And indeed is what I do. I usually start by writing a pattern of chord triads until they hit me right in the feels. Once I have the chord done, I move to the top lead and then the harmony layer, and then I add everything on top. Right after that, I search for a good vocal, and if needed, I adapt it to the melody I've just written. I think it's quite funny, because inspiration came after I decided to buy my first Apple Silicon laptop in order to be able to work outside my studio. And I remember I wanted to stress test it, but I also wanted to challenge myself by stepping out of my comfort zone. So I told myself, what if I make my first hardstyle track in a DAW I barely know, with complex sound design, crowded automations, heavy synth layering, and deep mixer routing all at once? To be honest, it took me a lot to get used to Logic, but at the end, it really outperformed my expectations. I would say to stay true to yourself, because at the end you don't need to chase sounds you don't like just to be relevant among trends. Because trends, in my opinion, are temporary. Melodies are forever. So always go for the melody. On the long term, it will be the only thing that will be remembered by our dedicated and passionate crowd.